better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, he's making a list and he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus, he is coming to town.
Hello, a very good afternoon, one and all. Welcoming each and everybody to this fourth Lucky Dip brought to you by Mind Technologies Private Limited. The entire December month, we had a lot of winners, a lot of Zomeos distributed. We also had this on the 3rd of January, and now it's the second one of the year. Let us see who is going to be the winner today. And not to forget, it's a very simple process to get registered for this Lucky Dip. We have got a 40% off on our softwares, that is on Zomeo and on Zomeo Ultimate. When you purchase either of these or upgrade, you automatically enter our draw. And not just that, you can have a look at the dates of the Lucky Dip that we have. We've got one today, and there's one also that is shortly scheduled on the 17th, 24th. And you watch this video where you were seeing in the background, images of Dubai, and you're wondering what has that got to do with, a homeopathic software. Well, one lucky winner is going to get the mega lucky dip, and he will get a paid trip to Dubai, and he can take one of his partner with him or her. And that is all sponsored and brought to you by Mind Technology Private Limited by Dr. Jawahar Shah. So it's a wonderful opportunity, my dear friends, for all of you to participate in this lucky dip and continue supporting us for this wonderful cause that we have. And that is to promote homeopathy. And not to forget, today we have got a wonderful session by Dr. Nida Kazi, and she's going to talk about acute case of fever. Stay tuned, sit back for the next 20 minutes and enjoy this wonderful session by Dr. Nida Kazi. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Kazi, welcoming you all to yet another session of Zomeo Classroom. Today we are going to take an acute case of fever and find out a simillimum with the help of the Zomeo software in a very short period of time. So let's begin with the case. A 7-year-old female patient was brought to us by her mother. She had the following complaints: fever since 3 days, not responding to any treatment, fever in the evening time only, and one peculiar complaint was mentioned by her mother that during fever she would ask her mother to rub her abdomen continuously because of pain, and she would feel better after rubbing. So now, friends, we'll look at the totality of symptoms: fever, evening, thirstlessness, and pain, abdomen, rubbing ameliorates. Now let's search these symptoms in the repertories and find out the perfect remedy for this given case. Now, friends, we'll begin with the patient registration. So, as you can see, this is the first screen of the Zomeo software. On the left hand side top, you could see the Zomeo logo. Below is the menu bar. You can see different menu options are given, and each menu option has got list of sub options like this. Now, we'll start with the patient registration. So, this patient menu is open by default, and the first icon from the left hand side is the new patient registration icon. A click on this icon and the registration page gets opened. Now, this page has got multiple tabs on it. The heading of the tab is given on top over here. We are going to fill up the required details of the patient. Whatever the title you select over here, the gender of the patient will be selected by default. So let's enter the patient name. Miss Aarti is the patient name. The patient is 7-year-old, and now let's save it. Once we click on save button, two things happen simultaneously. One, my patient gets saved in the software, and at the same time the patient gets selected for my working as well. So now I could see my patient name appearing right side top of the screen of my page. Whoever patient's name appears here, that means that particular patient has been selected by me successfully, and whatever work I'm going to do will all be automatically saved to my patient's name. So once you get to see your patient name appearing on this page, we'll go and take the case. To take a case, I need a case history form. A detailed case history form is available in the software under this classic case record option. All you need to do is just to give a click, and before getting a case form, you will be asked to register the patient's visit date first. As you can see, today's date is appearing by default. Give a click on OK. Once you click on OK, the date gets registered, and under that registered date, the entire case taking form has been opened in front of you. On the left hand side, you get to see all the pages with the headings, and on the right hand side, the first page of the chief complaint is open by default. Since it is a fever case, so we have a separate section on fever case history over here that we can open it, and we can take down the whole case history of fever in detail over here. We can start with the chill stage. If there are any symptoms present in the chill stage, we can write it over here. Then subsequently followed by heat stage, sweat stage. If there are any concomitants, we could write it over here. Any specific thirst marked during fever, we can write it over here in this thirst section separately. And if there is any periodicity noticed, and followed by causation of the fever. If anything extra you need to make a note of, you could either write it in the free field section or in the remarks section. So friends, once we are done with the fever case taking, we'll now look for the rubrics in the repertories and record it to the repertory sheet and find a similar. So let's go and search the rubrics. We'll use this search bar to search these rubrics in the repertories, and we'll find out the most appropriate rubric related to case and we'll record them to repertory sheet. So now let's begin with the one symptom. The patient was having fever, that is only in the evening. So let's look for fever evening. Let's click on this search bar, and now you get the results over here. On the left hand side, you can see the entire repertory list where this symptom was found. The numbers in the brackets are the total number of rubrics in each repertory. Altogether, we have got these many rubrics. Now I'm going to record this rubric from Kent repertory. The chapter is fever and the rubric is evening with 102 remedies. If you wish to know the remedy list, remedy names, go extreme right side of the screen and you get to see the entire 102 remedy names over here that are arranged according to their grades. 3-mark remedies on top, followed by 2 marks, and in the end, 1-mark remedies. To record the rubric, I just need to double click on it and the rubric gets recorded to repertory sheet. Now, we'll search the rest of the symptoms like this only by using this search bar. So let's search another symptom which is thirstlessness. Let's give it a search. And now we got this rubric in these many repertories. We are going to record this rubric from complete repertory, stomach chapter, and the rubric is thirstlessness, fever, during with 171 remedies. Just double click on it and the rubric gets recorded to the repertory sheet. Now let's search for the last and the most important rubric, which is pain, stomach, rubbing, ameliorates. Let's see the repertories and the rubrics and the remedies over here. Now I'm going to record this first rubric from complete repertory under stomach chapter and the rubric is pain, sub-rubric is rubbing, ameliorates. I'm going to take this rubric with 5 remedies and the entire remedy names are on the right hand side. Now let's double click on it and get it recorded to repertory sheet. After recording all the 3 rubrics to repertory sheet, we'll now go to the repertory sheet and look for the remedies that are coming up. Let's close this page with this cross button over here. And now let's go to repertory sheet. On the left hand side, this first icon is the repertory sheet icon and the number represents the number of rubrics recorded by you to the repertory sheet. A single click on this icon will take you to the repertory sheet where you get to see all your recorded rubrics and their remedies. The common remedies are coming on top. Now, altogether I've got 198 remedies currently present in the list. So, as you see these numbers over here, 2, 3, 4, these are nothing but the grades or marks of each remedy in each rubric. So I can see Lycode stands a 3-mark remedy in all these rubrics. When I add these marks of Lycopodium, the total number is given in the totality, which is given below the remedy name. So by default, whichever remedy has got the maximum totality will appear on top in the list of remedies. The number of symptoms recorded by us will appear left side top and the number of symptoms covered by each remedy will appear below the totality. Now, this is the kingdom part, the main family they belong to, given in a symbolic form. This is the plant kingdom symbol, this is the mineral kingdom symbol, and this is the animal kingdom symbol. Now, friends, as you can see, this 198 remedies are present in the list currently, but I want to cut short the remedies according to the important rubrics. So what I'll do, I'll apply some filter options over here to drill down the remedies. Now, on top of the menu bar over here, the last option that gets added is called strategies and filters. That particular option has been open in front of me right now. I'm going to click on this advanced strategies option and will select the cross repertorization filter. Why this filter only? Because it helps me to select the most important symptom of the case. Now I'm going to select out of these 3 symptoms, we are going to select a very striking and characteristic rubric, which is pain, stomach, rubbing, ameliorates. Along with that, we are going to select the evening rise of fever. Now, let's apply this filter and let's see how many remedies are there in the list of 198 remedies that are covering these 2 important symptoms of my patient. So now, friends, as you all can see, we have drilled down from 198 to 2 remedies only that are having the most important symptom coverage. So now, if I'm confused between Lycopodium and Platina, what I can do, I can use the comparison feature that is available in the software and can compare the remedies in a very short period of time. So to compare the remedies, I need to first give a click on the remedy. On top in the menu bar, you could see remedy tool option gets added with the selected remedy name in the bracket. Now, from the right hand side, second option is the remedy compare option, where out of the three options, I could see only add is available. So now that means I need to add the remedy first in order to view them later. So let's click on add, the remedy gets added and I get this notification. Click on OK. Now let's repeat the same procedure for the next remedy. I again click on Platina. On top, once I get to see my remedy name in the bracket, I'll go right side and click on add. Once I get the notification that my remedies are successfully added, I go on top again and I'll click on view option. Now I got to see the comparison table of both the remedies. Right now I'm comparing their keynotes. If I want to switch the page, I need to give a click on this drop down to see the other comparison options. I can compare their properties, their remedy relations, and if I want to compare them from different Materia Medica books, I just need to select the last option called Materia Medica. As I selected this option, I could see below both the remedy names, you see the book list. You give a click on the drop down to see the available books over here. You can select any book of your choice, or I can select the same book for two different remedies or three different remedies, and I can compare them side by side in no time. Now, once we are done with the comparison, we'll close the page and let's prescribe the medicine. So, on the basis of symptom similarity and the totality, we decided to give Lycopodium 200 single dose based on the characteristic symptoms of evening rise of temperature and the most striking feature, that is pain in stomach, better by rubbing. And friends, if you try to search this same rubric, pain, stomach, rubbing ameliorate, in the Kent Repertory stomach chapter, then you will be amazed to see that Lycopodium is the only remedy covering this symptom. So hence, this was the remedy. Along with the medicines, we also suggested some special instruction to the patient with the intention of faster and a speedy recovery. And those instructions are present in the software as well under this utility module. So now let's click on this utility module to see those instructions. Over here, the first section itself is the patient instruction one. You give a click, this page gets opened where on the left hand side you get to see all the clinical conditions in an alphabetical order, and on the right hand side the first clinical condition is opened by default. So now we will look for the fever condition. If I can't see the condition name on top over here, I will use this search bar given at the bottom. I will type my condition name here, and friends, you can see this condition gets selected on the left hand side, and on the right hand side the condition details are opened. A little briefing of the fever has been given for patients understanding that what is the condition they are suffering from. A little introduction about fever, their causes, the types, different types of fever is given here, the concomitant complaints that are present during fever, followed by do's and don'ts. Since fever is not a disease condition itself, but a sign that the body is responding and fighting the underlying infection, hence, the person should be rested well, avoiding any kind of physical or mental exertion. Also, the patient should be suggested a simple and light yet nutritious diet along with the plenty of fluid intake, either in the form of plain water or fresh juices or coconut water, etc. They should be avoiding any kind of carbonated drinks, spicy or fried food till the time of duration of the fever. In case of very high fever, cool packs should be advised to lower down the temperature. Also, watch for these signs: chills, shivering, and chattering teeth, as these can be symptoms of pneumonia, malaria, or any kind of kidney infection. In those cases, immediately consult your doctor. On follow-up, her mother told us the pain was subsided the very next morning, no fever noted, and she was active and playful. So friends, what did we learn today from this case? Though lycopodium is a very deep acting chronic remedy but can be indicated in acute cases if totality matches. The observation is really important in acute cases. Something really striking or unique sign or symptom can lead us to a simillimum. Also, a very important point to remember, ideally, lycopodium should not be prescribed in the evening time, or you could say during the aggravation time, that is 4 to 8 p.m. Likewise, sulfur and lacasse is also not to be given in the night time. Rather, they should be given early morning to avoid any kind of unrequired aggravations and complications. The software is not only designed to solve a case clinically, but there are lot more features available in it that can be used for one's own personal learning and growth in homeopathy. One such feature is library. So now friends, let's click on this library option available in the menu bar on top and let's go and look for the books. You give a click and here you can see the entire library section has been open in front of you. Each section has got a name and according to the name of the section, the books are available. Since we are dealing with fever case, so we are going to look for the books specifically on fever. We'll begin with the journals over here. We give a click to see the number of books on fever under this journal section. This page gets opened. Now I'm going to type it in the search bar, the clinical condition name, fever. And here you can see 13 books are available on fever that you can do a study of over here. Let's talk about the philosophy. Now again here we'll use the search bar. With the help of this search bar, we are going to type the condition name and here we got 5 books on fever. Likewise, we'll go to therapeutics and we will type the fever condition in the search bar and we'll see the number of books. We have 16 books available on fever in this section. Let's talk about clinical. In the clinical section, we have 8 books on fever. After clinical, we'll go and look for the books under regional therapeutics. Again, we will use this search bar and type the fever condition. And here we can see 8 books are available on fever. Not only these, we have books available under veterinary section as well, where fever in different animals are given. Let's find it out. Again, we will type fever in the search bar and we can see 2 books are available under veterinary section. Not only the books, we have so many homeopathic remedies and their fever case studies available in the software under Materia Medica section. So now, to see that feature, we need to click on the Materia Medica section in the menu bar and we'll go to Cases. That provides a case history of close to 700 remedies and there more than 8,000 cases over here. But today, since we are only looking for fever cases, so we will use this search bar to type the fever condition and look for the different remedies with their cases on fever. So let's type it. We could see there are list of 66 remedies and their 182 fever cases. The remedies are arranged alphabetically here on the left hand side with their number of cases in the brackets. So friends, you can see how we do the therapeutic case study of fever by using the Zomeo software. So thank you friends for joining us in today's session. We'll meet next time with another interesting case and its solving with Zomeo software. Till then, take care. Bye.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Nida, for this wonderful session that you had. And I hope everybody enjoyed this particular session that was on the acute case of fever. All right, friends, now it is time for our lucky dip, a fourth lucky dip domestic. And let us see who the winner is today. Okay, we've got Dr. Savitha from Telangana. So congratulations, Dr. Savitha from Telangana. It's wonderful to make such announcements. And my dear friends, you still have time. All you need to do is just participate in this particular contest. There's a 40% off on everything that you buy with us. That's Zomeo Ultimate. And you enter our contest. And do not forget the one on the 31st of Jan, the mega contest that we have, the mega lucky dip that we have, a trip to Dubai. You can take your partner along with yourself as well, paid by Mind Technologies Private Limited. All right. Once again, congratulations to Dr. Savitha from Telangana for being the winner for the fourth lucky dip, who's just won herself a Zomeo software. So, my dear friends, it's a good opportunity. Spread the word. Spread it in your groups, in your study groups. Tell your friends. And yes, we've been having a lot of sessions on Zomeo. You've been part of a lot of our webinars. You can also book a demo online with some of our doctors that we have in house, and we can give you a demo or some training provided to you. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for being part of this particular lucky dip. I hope it was quite knowledgeable with the session also that you had by Dr. Nida. And do visit us one more time. That is on the 17th of this month. We'll have the fifth lucky dip. And not to forget, the mega lucky dip on the 31st. So stay tuned. You never know. You can just win a trip to Dubai or win yourself a Zomeo software. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you very much.